Alex, and I play the cello, and I also play some other things too. My musical start, I guess, came from just from my mom. I think one day when I was around 5, she just kind of took me to someone's house. We rented a cello. That was a very small cello. And then like a week later, I went to someone's house. I had a lesson, and then that was it. That was the beginning. My older sisters both play violin. My mom plays the violin, so I think there was kind of a natural gateway into playing music. I grew up in Davis, California, which is a cute little town, college town. Definitely a lot of support for the arts, really well-funded public school music program. So I think I benefited from that a lot. If anything else, just from having so many other people around me who like loved music and played music as well. I also played some like saxophone in the band growing up when I was like in middle school. I dropped that not long after that. Yeah, my mom definitely, she had a lot to do with it. I think growing up, she supported me a lot. My dad too, but my mom especially, since she kind of went on the journey herself as a professional violinist. She had been through, you know, all the experiences that I'm still experiencing for the first time to this day. She always was looking for opportunities for me, or like looking for ways to help me improve, but not like not in the way that you're thinking. No, she wasn't overbearing. She was just, she was supportive. She was gentle, but she was also, she was constant and persistent. So I definitely wouldn't be where I am without her. And even to this day, you know, she sends articles to my email, which I read as many as I can. I can't read all of them sometimes, but I should read more of them. My dad too, he loves music. Every time I was in the car, it was the same few CDs. It was the Eagles live. It was like it was Boston, it was James Taylor. He was a child of that era, so he loves playing guitar around the house. And definitely everyone just in my family, I think music brought us together growing up. My sisters played in the orchestras and stuff, and I followed kind of in their footsteps. They definitely showed me, and probably my mom and my dad as well, like what path was available where we lived in Davis. And from there, kind of took on its own meaning in my life, I guess. Around middle school, I started playing the guitar. I picked it up because I guess because I liked a girl and she played the guitar. So I don't even think it was to impress her. I don't know. I just wanted to like understand her or something, or like to relate to her. Did I ever even play for her? Like, I don't know. I don't think so. But I guess I thank her for that. I think even to this day, I noticed that a lot of how I think about music, or what I'm listening to in the moment, or what I'm feeling a lot, is often affected by the people that like I care about a lot around me in my life. My tastes have evolved over time, as happens for all of us, but I think sometimes those tastes, or like the preferences, or even just like the things to look out for, those are affected by the people that I spend a lot of time with, and who have like strong opinions or strong passions for specific kinds of music. I think as you leave your family and you go off to college, or you make friends after school and whatnot, like that's a natural progression. So I went to college, studied music, but it was all classical cello. But all along I was starting to write songs and like produce beats in GarageBand on my computer. Yeah, after college I moved out of the school. I went and I got a job eventually, like a real job, to try to just make a living. But around that time I started to really spend a lot more time writing songs and producing music on Logic. This time I graduated to Logic, and started to explore just a lot of genres outside of, you know, where I had been mostly practicing growing up. The cello kind of fell by the wayside, sadly. But fast forward, like I guess many years later, and after different experiences musically, playing different bands, playing different instruments, playing in my own band, writing my own songs, playing shows in different places. In this current moment, May 23rd, 2025, I found myself kind of back in a blip of time where I'm much more in on the cello than I was even like a year ago. Started teaching a lot in the last couple of years to make a living. finding gigs, finding opportunities. So it's been good. It's been good. Right now, I live in San Francisco. I moved there about 5 years or so, 2020, mid-pandemic. And right now I work at a music store on Clement Street in the Inner Richmond district. It's called Exploring Music. I work as a cashier, but I also teach some lessons there, teach some cello, teach some guitar. And outside of that, I also teach private lessons around San Francisco, sometimes in the South Bay, cello and some piano. And other than that, like outside of work, I play some gigs when I can. I've played a couple of regional orchestra gigs recently, which was kind of random, but I'm back in on the cello. I play right now, the most recent show I played was with Alita Simone. She also lives in San Francisco, she's a really cool artist. I played the cello in her band. I have my own project that I work on under Alex Togashi. That's what I call it. And kind of, it's a little bit on a, I think we're on a search right now for what we want it to be. But the most recent show for that was a couple months ago as well. The last few years, I've been a touring member of Novocation, which is a dream pop, indie pop band that started in San Francisco. Did some tours with them, got a lot of experience, like learned a lot. Made some really great relationships and some great friends playing with them. And definitely, I don't think that I would have really the confidence, I don't think, to do like anything what I'm trying to do right now without that experience. Something about like, I don't know, there's some validation or something when you feel like you're an important member of like something that already exists or something that kind of gives you the confidence that like you can make something yourself that would also be worthwhile. I think it's a struggle that a lot of us who do anything creative have to deal with on a daily basis, really. Like, what are we doing? Why does anyone care? Why do I even care? But I'm trying to hold on to that. I think as I've come back around, started teaching lessons a couple years ago. I quit my day job a couple years ago as well, so I'm full-time just like working on music stuff. It's interesting coming back to the cello more intentionally, I think. Intentionally, I guess, partially meaning to make money, but also my relationship with it has changed as well. Playing other genres, playing some stuff like indie pop, folk stuff. I play with Betty Masenko as well. I've played with like Maya Unagi in the Bay Area, other people too. But just stretching myself into things that I've always been interested in, but didn't really have the opportunity or like the confidence to really seek it out myself has been good. Like I come back to the cello now with a different relationship in the sense that I think just the way I think about music is so much different. I think before with a classical education, it's very regimented. It's very, it feels a little bit, there's only a couple ways to do things, but I think once you kind of get outside that headspace, then really there's no limit, I don't think, to what you can do with an instrument, even if you're classically trained or playing in a specific instrument group or something. So I think I also, used to feel a lot of shame for putting the cello aside, not practicing. I spent all this time. My parents spent so many hours, so many dollars, so much of their labor growing up, like supporting me. And then as I grow up, I just put it to the side and do something else. It felt a little bad. I had accepted it, but I think recently it feels really good to come back to the cello. Understanding the opportunity that I had to even bank all those hours of practice and experience and being around other experienced musicians growing up. Some people don't ever get to have that in their lives. So I don't take it for granted ever. So as I play now, I feel like it is a different feeling to feel like, even if I'm not feeling that good about myself or like where I'm at playing wise or technique or something, like there's something really that is valuable to share with people, because not everyone gets that opportunity to learn and to grow in the way that I did. I wish I had like a firm vision that I could give you as far as what I want my life to look like, what I want my musical life to look like. But I think that's just really to be determined. It's already evolved in ways in the last year that I wouldn't have expected. What I mostly hope, though, is to just feel like in the next year or so, or whatever, however long it takes, I feel like I arrive at a juncture where I'm writing and I'm playing and performing in things that feel like they are representative, of what I want to actually be doing. A lot of the journey, of course, is just like getting to that point. And I don't expect that it's going to happen in full soon, but I think, it's not a good feeling to look back too critically at yourself. I'm trying to like hold space for like where I was creatively and personally in the last few years, where I was really starting to make more art, but then also like try to refine the lens a bit as far as just what my voice is, without limiting like the genre space. I think it's easy in this modern era of like algorithmic curation and like streaming platform culture to like really hone in on like something that you feel like people will listen to, or like that is popular for like quick consumption. But I think broadening like the vision of like what, or the understanding of what can even be fulfilling musically is going to be liberating. What I mean by narrowing the lens is like focusing on that thought of just like thinking about what I want to do, versus like taking all these inputs from everyone else, or like what you think is going to be validating for you, or is going to play well like on a playlist or something, or yeah, even look good like on social media. Just think about like what, wherever it takes you, wherever the journey might lead to. So that's my hope for the future. I hope I can write some more stuff under my own band project, or any new band that might come up from any ideas I have. I want to collaborate with more people in the Bay Area. I've started doing that a lot more the last couple of years, and it's been really fulfilling. Met super sick people like Abner. And I think that, just more open to collaborating, making mistakes in public, not hiding away, is going to be also liberating for me too. So that's my wish for the future.
That was awesome.
It's I was thinking about what am